Can you give me your thoughts or your feelings this close to Election Day?
Well, my thoughts is that I've worked so hard during this campaign. We've done a lot of walking door to door. I've done a lot, maybe 75 to 80% myself, because I like to meet my constituents out in the field. Yeah, so I feel very confident with my campaigning tactics. So, I'm running for a county commissioner because I feel that I have a lot to offer to the people of this community. I've served on the city council for 12 years. I've served on the school board for 3 years. I have ample experience. I have also served 8 years on the zoning board of adjustments of the city of San Angelo. So I feel that makes me qualified for this position.
Well, that actually leads into my next question is, you drive around, you see your campaign boards and posters all over the place, and on there it says most qualified. So I wanted to ask you, all of your experience, is that what you feel makes you the most qualified candidate?
Well, that and also that, as I've just stated, and also not only me serving, me being allowed my constituents to utilize me whenever they need me. Even though at this point I am not an elected official, I'm still accessible to the community. They come to me because they feel confident, have a lot of confidence in me. So, I continue, even though I don't serve in an elected position at the present time, I have continued providing my service to the constituents on this community.
You spoke to being open to your constituents, being there for your constituents. Is that going to be your top priority if you are victorious on Election Day?
My top priority to my constituents would be make sure the tax rate stays down. And for example, this past year that the state appropriated or allowed the different entities to claim the 3% increase of taxes on our tax rate. I will confront that issue very strongly, simply because I believe that a lot of people are struggling at this time, but I see in the future that this taxing by the three different entities will bring a lot of homeless in the future. If you see the tax sales going on right now every year, three or four times a year, you see more and more homes being auctioned off because people have failed to pay their taxes. It's a burden to this community, to many people of this community that we're representing. I am firsthand, I live in the city. The majority of the voters are from the city, okay? But my emphasis will be strongly in the rural area, because I believe that I know I have the know-how to bring in programs to the community that will help a lot of the people outside within the precinct in the rural area. I'm a doer, okay? I'm not just sitting there and fall asleep during the meetings, okay? The other county commissioners and the judge, they think it's funny when my opponent falls asleep at the meetings and they have to wake him up to vote, okay? I do not feel that is fair to the constituents of this precinct. I think you need somebody that has the will to serve. In the past, I have helped many people, specifically senior citizens, in different ways and means and ways in the community. And, I believe that my experience being on the city council, being on the school board, I come up with ideas, okay? I propose ideas. I don't merely sit there and just go along, okay? I bring up my own ideas. I participate in the discussions. I prepare myself for the meetings, okay? So there's a difference there, okay? My opponent is not seen anywhere except at the county commissioners' court meetings that they have. So that's why I believe that I'm accessible to the community. I'll be there. I'm willing to initiate a program that will help those people in that community, in this community, such as the community development program that will help reach out and help people in those areas. The program is there, but many times county commissioners don't want to take it up because they have to be the ones over it. Okay, I'm going to grab the bull from the horns and propose that we do something like that in the rural area. You know, you're elected to produce good outcomes for the community, to assist them. For example, I'll give you another example. I had a meeting with the auditor, the Tom Green County auditor, okay, back in February. My brochures were already made, okay? I proposed that I would recommend to the, if I was elected, that I would recommend to the County Commissioners Court to initiate a program that we could piggyback on the city of San Angelo's purchasing of street and bridge materials. Well, I proposed that. I proposed, and I'll show you a brochure before you leave. I proposed to apply to the Parks and Wildlife to upgrade the parks in the community. Well, and I shared that with the county auditor. The county auditor is like a city manager to the city, okay? I showed him what I was going to propose. Well, guess what? They did it in July during the budget meeting. They stole my idea, but that's okay. That's okay. That's my agenda already working. So this is what I'm telling you. I come up with ideas. I am the one that proposed to televise the city council meetings. I'm the one that proposed to televise the school board meetings, and I will be the one to propose that the county commissioners meetings are televised. We, as a county commissioners court, have to be more transparent so people can see not just little clips of what they're doing, pictures of the county commissioners meeting, but an actual meeting so they can see me, their representative at work. So these are some of the programs that I'm proposing. And also, like I said, I will be very strong on those whenever the tax issues comes up. I know there's needs in the community. I will propose that, and I don't think the county commissioners will like this, but I'm going to propose that we shall not get no increase for the 4 years that I'm serving. No pay increase for the county commissioners court, including the county judge. Okay. My opponent has gave himself an 11% pay increase in 1 calendar year. Okay, and left behind the regular at-will employees that work for them. I will not abandon them. They will be my number one priority to support the at-will employees, support the sheriff's department. I had a meeting with the sheriff about this issue, and he said he was short. I mean, personnel in the jail. Okay, why are they short? And we're giving ourselves, the county commissioners, giving themselves all these raises. You know, back 20 years ago, the salary for a county commissioner was $40,000. Today it's 80, 86, somewhere around there. Okay, is this conducive? Can you compare the salary increases to the at-will employees? Are there at-will employees making double what they were making 20 years ago? You know, these are things that I stand for. You know, I perform out of my heart. I will propose. I will be part of the discussion. I'm not going to be falling asleep. You know, and I hope that you don't scrutinize this video and not take out or audit the video and take out what I'm saying, because this is a fact, sir. And you know, there's just so many things. Cars, by another deal that I proposed on my brochure, my political brochure was to piggyback with the city in purchasing vehicles. The city buys 30 vehicles, okay? The county buys 6, 5, 8, 10. Who gets a better price, the city or the county? The city does, because they buy a more volume. So why don't we? And these are things that I propose while I've been campaigning, and I will be proposing before the county court. So these are some of the things that I'm looking at. I'll be accessible to the community. I won't just go to the county commissioner meeting, and that's the next time you see me is at the county commissioner's meeting. No, I'll be riding through my precinct, every day. I'll be available to the people that need me. So there's a difference in being accessible, wanting to be accessible. It's not just running for county commissioner and collecting a paycheck. It's representation to those constituents that you're responsible for.
Yes, sir. You brought up a really interesting point a moment ago. You got two different kind of classes of people. You got your constituents here in the city, and then you've got your constituents that are in those more rural areas. What do you believe is the number one issue that is faced by both sets, that is faced by the city, the constituents in the city, and the constituents in those rural areas?
Well, it's hard to pinpoint. It's not hard to pinpoint that, but we have to separate them because there's two different issues, two different needs here. Okay, the county commissioner has to do with the street and bridge out in the rural area. It's very important to those farmers that their streets are upkept, and by me being accessible out there and visiting and seeing what's going on, I'll be able to write down schedule to the Street and Bridge Department. Hey, these are the things that we need to get done, and I hope to see this done within this month or this coming month. It all depends on the program that they have set up, okay? But the difference of the services from the rural area to the city is we take care of the jail, the library, okay, things like this, the county clerk's office, things like that. There's two different needs here, completely different, okay? We got to make sure that those are functioning accurately and efficiently by having the personnel that they need. But many times that's the difference between the county rural area and the city responsibility, okay? I see within the scope of a county commissioner, like I said, as a city councilman, I was always coming up with ideas, okay? I proposed the walking trail down the river. I proposed the planting of the trees down the Bryant Thruway, okay? I proposed a river stage, even though they might say that Ayler or whatever. No, I'm the one that proposed it, okay? Those are ideas that I came up with. So you see, these are things that I'm telling you that I will work with the county, and I will work to try to maintain and stabilize the tax rate.
Okay. And this is something that you've already discussed at some length during our conversation, but do you feel as though the voices of the people in Precinct 1, do you feel that they are heard at the County Commissioners Court meetings?
No, because it's not being heard because our county commissioner at the present, my opponent, he's not too active, okay? And I'm sorry. He's 84 years old. I wouldn't be there till I'm 84, okay? If I can't produce, I don't want to be there at age 44. It's in my opinion, they're not being represented. Our constituents in this Precinct 1 are not being represented. Never have, with now a friend, Clayton Friend, he was a good commissioner. You know, at one time he served on the county commission. Now, he was very, very active. I give him a lot of credit, but Mr. Holscher, my opponent, has not represented this precinct according to the expectations of the constituents in this precinct.
Well, I mean, I mean, I think that the general idea of our conversation so far has been the people, has been the constituents, your future constituents, hopefully. For people who are undecided in the precinct, who are unsure who they're going to vote for, what is your message to those people?
Okay, you want to see a representative that represents your point of view, your interests, okay? A candidate that will not fall asleep during the county commissioners meeting, a candidate that will not have to be woken up to vote. You need a candidate that will be prepared to represent all the people in this precinct. The farmers out in the rural area, I'm with them 100%. I'll be there for them. To me, there won't be two groups of people. To me, it will be my constituents that I'm responsible for if I'm elected. Like I said, I'm proven, I've delivered in my community. I'm not talking about just how I voted on the city council, whatever. I'm talking about being accessible, carrying the ball for them and scoring for them. You know, this is the difference in Daniel Cardenas and my opponent. Okay, so, you know, I mean, I've walked during my campaign, like I said, at least by myself, at least 80% of the walking, okay? I left my brochure in the doors at the homes. I've mailed out a list, a postcard asking for their vote. I've reinforced, you know, so, you know, I mean, I am energetic, and that's what I believe that we need as a county commissioner, somebody that's energetic and that will be there and will initiate ideas to help the people within my precinct. And also, like I said earlier, that I mentioned that Parks and Wildlife for upgrading our parks. This would benefit every area in the county, you know. So I will be a team player. I have always been a team player, you know, on the city council and the school board. You know, for the betterment of this community, of this county, I will work strongly with my colleagues on the county commission. I'll be honest, I'll be fair, but always committed to the people of this precinct.
Excellent. And then last question for you, sir. Is there anything that we didn't discuss that you want to make sure gets out there to those voters?
Well, like I said, I believe, if I'm looking inside out, and Daniel Cardenas was running against Holscher, I would, not because it's me, but I would support Daniel Cardenas every time, because I know that he is a doer. You know, I mean, he is a person that will get the job done. I'm not scared to produce ideas, to bring up ideas, you know, before the county commissioners court. Even though 3 of the others have told me, you know, we can't support you on that deal, I will still present it because I believe it's needed. Because the day that I stop doing that, the respect of my ideas will stop. You have to believe in yourself. You have to believe in yourself to be productive. When you stop believing in yourself, your production stops. So I want to ask the people in this community of Precinct 1, that if you want someone that's going to be the matador in the bullfight, you want me. If you want the person to be the bull that they killed, it's not productive. Well, you choose my opponent. So I will be very, very straightforward in my ideas because I believe in what I'm doing. I want to be the county commissioner for Precinct 1.